How's it going? I'm your chief guitar instructor, Miles, and today I'm going to give you an A minor arpeggios guitar lesson, and we'll look at one octave shape, and then we'll look at the 5 caged minor arpeggio shapes. And there are tabs with notation in the description below. And if you like videos about guitar theory and techniques, definitely subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive right into the lesson. So for your first A minor arpeggio, you're going to play A, C, and E in one octave because those are the notes that make up the A minor arpeggio. So you'll play A with your middle finger on the low E, and then you'll play 3 and 7 of the A string, which will be A, C, E. And so you'll use your middle finger, then your index finger on 3 of A, and your pinky finger on 7 of A. So that gives you the one octave arpeggio shape. And if you know how to move in octaves, you know that there's an A note at the 5th fret E, at the 7th fret D, and the 10th fret of your B string. That means you can move this shape to each of those frets, and you can use the exact same finger structure. So middle, index, ring, then find your 7th fret D, middle, index, ring, giving you D7, G5, and G9, and then middle index ring at your 10th fret B, giving you B10, E8, and E12. So all together we have that A minor arpeggio spanning 3 octaves. Now let's move on to the first caged arpeggio shape, caged minor arpeggio shape. And it's based on a C minor, an open C minor shape. And it'll look like this. And the way that you'll play that is you'll go ahead and play A12 with your pinky, D10 with your middle finger, G9 with your index finger, B10 with your middle finger, E8 with your index finger, and E12 with your pinky finger, giving you, that's the ascending version, and then you use the same fingers to descend, and that will apply to all of the A minor arpeggio shapes you learn. And this is a very easy shape to sweep, and so if you want to know the sweeping pattern there, you'd go down on the first 5 strings, down, 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 and then up, pull off, up, 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 then end on a downstroke. And I have other videos on my channel that can help you learn how to sweep pick, so definitely look into those. And now let's move on to the second minor arpeggio shape. So you'll play it at the 12th fret A, and this is based on your open A minor chord shape. So you'll play 12, hammer onto 15 of your A string, and that's with your index and pinky fingers. And then with your ring finger, you'll bar and play 14 of D and G. And then with your middle and index fingers, you'll play 13 of B and 12 of high E, and then use your pinky to hit that 17th fret of the high E string. So all together, A 12, 15, D and G 14, and then B and high E 13 and 12, and then 17 of high E. Now let's go to the third shape, which will be based on like an open G minor shape. And that's gonna look like this. And remember, we're just following the notes in the arpeggio. So that's A, C, and E. So for this A minor arpeggio shape at the 5th fret of low E, you'll play E5, then A3, and then D2 and G2. And that's played with your pinky, middle, and index fingers. And then you'll move up to the C note with your pinky, and that's on your 5th fret of your G string. And you'll use that pinky to play the 5th fret B and 5th fret high E as well. So altogether, you'll have that arpeggio shape. So that's E5, A3, D2, G2, G5, B5, E5. So that's your third shape. And for shape 4, it's going to be based on like an E minor chord shape. And what you'll play there is 5 to 8 on low E. And then you'll play 7 of your A and D strings. And I use my ring finger to play those notes. And then use your index finger to bar the G, B, and high E strings at the 5th fret. And then use your pinky finger to hit the 8th fret of the high E string. So all together, index, pinky, ring, index, pinky. And that's shape number 4. And last but not least is shape number 5. And it's based on like an open D minor chord, but then you'll just transpose that and move it up to the 10th fret of your B string. And that'll give you fret 9 of G, 10 of B, and 8 of high E. And you'll play that with your middle, ring, and index fingers. Once again, that's G9, B10, E8, and then use your pinky finger to hit that 12th fret of the high E string. And then you'll just reverse and end on your root note, the A. So, altogether, we have the 1-octave shape, the first caged minor shape, second caged minor shape, third caged minor shape, fourth caged minor shape, and last but not least, the fifth minor shape. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions, just leave your questions in the comments section below, and I'm happy to answer them. And hit the like button on this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in another lesson next week. And you have a fantastic day.